Hello, Toby here with another video. Allah, God is the most glorious. First of all, I would like to thank everyone who subscribed to my channel. We are the flowers of one garden. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, please click on that subscribe button. Yesterday, I shared with you more about life after death. Life after death, we need to prepare ourselves for it. The time is now. We should not wait until we are maybe sick, ill, then we start saying, oh, I don't know whether I will survive, I will, still be alive. That's not the time. The time is now to start preparing for the life after death. Our time is now. Yesterday, I shared with you one of the quotations from Abdul-Baha. Where he said the babies in the womb endowed with the powers needed for this world, while they are still in the womb. So we have to prepare ourselves for the world after death when we are still here on this world, not until we fall sick, not until we are ill. The time for our preparation is now, now. The recognition of manifestation of God, following their teaching, his teachings, his laws and ordinances, helps us to prepare for the next world. Baha'u'llah said this: these twin duties are inseparable. Neither is acceptable without the other. So you can't say you love Baha'u'llah, you recognize Baha'u'llah, and you don't observe his laws and ordinances. Because these two are inseparable, and one cannot be accepted without the other. By recognizing the messenger of God and observing his laws and ordinances helps us to prepare for the world after death. So we have to prepare ourselves here for that world, acquire the spiritual qualities needed for that world after death here on this earth. We have to acquire them from here, and it will help us in that journey after we die. Just think about it. If a baby does not have the powers needed for this world when the child is born, without ears, without eyes, how do you think the life would be like for that child? It will be a miserable life, very hard. Now think about this. If we have recognized the manifestation of God and we are following his teachings, following his laws and ordinances, just think about it. What will be our life after death like? How would it be for us to live in that world where we have all the necessities, all the powers needed for that spiritual world? How will the life be for our soul? Just like when you're preparing yourself for a journey and you have all what you needed, your journey will be good, right? And the opposite is true. So one thing we have to continue to talk about is how do we prepare ourselves, for that journey? What are the things we need to do on this world that helps us prepare for that world after we die? We should continue to talk about that. It will help us to see where we are going wrong. It is through the writings that when we share them, we can see where we are going wrong and where we can correct ourselves. The discussion is so helpful. It helps us to understand, to correct ourselves, to rise to challenge and action. By avoiding the discussion, we are doing disservice to ourselves. We are creating darkness to us instead of light. What happens if we have these necessary powers? We acquire these necessary powers needed for our journey for the next world. How would our life be like in that spiritual world of God? How will it be like? The Blessed Beauty Baha'u'llah has given us a glimpse that if we have all these qualities needed for that spiritual world, how our journey will be like in that spiritual world of God. I read for you this quotation from Baha'u'llah. Baha'u'llah said, I quote, "Blessed is the soul which at the hour of its separation from the body is sanctified from the vain imaginings of the peoples of the world. Such a soul liveth and moveth in accordance with the will of its Creator, and entereth the all highest paradise. The maids of heaven, inmates of the loftiest mansions, will circle around it, and the prophets of God and his chosen ones will seek its companionship. With them, that soul will freely converse and will recount unto them that which it has been made to endure in the path of God, the Lord of all worlds. If any man be told that which has been ordained for such a soul in the worlds of God, the Lord of the throne on high and of earth below, his whole being will instantly blaze out in his great longing to attain that most exalted, that sanctified and resplendent station. That sounds to me so beautiful. We have to prepare ourselves in order to have that life. We have to prepare ourselves now on this world. If we don't prepare ourselves, we are denying ourselves from enjoying that life as it has been described by Baha'u'llah. We are depriving ourselves to have that life. We are depriving ourselves to converse freely with the messengers of God, with the prophets of God, with the chosen ones of God, with the maids of heaven. We are depriving ourselves. It's not too late. It's now. We have to start it now. We have to start to prepare ourselves now. Recognize the manifestation of God. Follow his teachings and ordinances. Try your best to follow his teachings and ordinances. That will be the way we can prepare ourselves for the life after death. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and wait for the next video. Bye-bye for now.